How do you use marine plastic debris to create your objects?
Basically, we collect and recycled marine plastic waste that comes mainly from fishing and shipping activities, which is one of the most damaging waste that we can find in the sea. We focus on plastic, which starts by separation. So we start separating the types of plastic, and depending on how dirty they are and how much processing they need. We have a 360 approach, so we actually do the processing ourselves, and we separate the plastic for the streams of particular manufacturing process. So, for example, for the 3D printing techniques, we use mainly polypropylene, polyethylene, which we have recycled. For other types like molding, we use nylon, and then we also try to incorporate the waste of our own production, as well as when we recycle our own objects, we use this waste together with the material that we cannot fully recycle into new surfaces such as terrazzo surfaces for paving and walls and that kind of thing.
You have been recognized for ennobling concrete. How is that done, and what are its wider design purposes?
I've been working with concrete for quite a while. My goal was to give it a new life, and for that, I did mostly the work with color. So color is one of the biggest parts of my job, of my work with concrete. The only color I don't work is gray, actually. That is the color we associate with concrete. It's the only one I don't use. I play a lot of with shapes and forms. I want to elevate the material to another level, because we know that concrete is the most usable material of construction in the world. But here, concrete takes form in art. At least is what I like to think of. We can use it in multiple things. So from furniture to design objects, floor, bathrooms, kitchens, tiles. It can be used in almost anything. Everything is done by mold, so as long as I can do a mold, I can do a piece.
What can you tell us about your environmentally friendly marble? What are some of its overarching design applications?
We collect plastic trash, which is LDPE, low density polyethylene, which is very badly recycled today, and we transform it into the designs that you see here. And so we have different applications, desks, furniture for restaurants, and then we try for the end of 2024 to display it in kitchens and in bathrooms. And Alexandre is the one who is creating this innovation, so he can tell us how we transform.
Okay, so the process is simple. First, we melt the plastic, and after we press it into a machine, and we make sheet out of it. After, the sheet has to be reworked to be like plain and flat, and after we can transform it into planks, like tailor-made pieces.
How does your design take us closer to Tech Eden?
For us, Tech Eden, technology is quite an important part because, as I said, we do a lot of processing of the material as well as the 3D printing. But I think Tech Eden is an interesting term because technology exists even if it's not high tech. So technology is in everything that we do. So from the collection of the material, from how this is regenerative towards the environment. I think for us, it's beneficial to make the better use of technology to be able to benefit the natural environment around us. I also think that it's an interesting dialogue between the manufacturing process and how this unfortunately adds to many faults. For example, as I said, that we are trying to reuse our own waste and minimize the manufacturing faults. So I think it allows us to make a full holistic approach of, sometimes technology is necessary, but not always. And we need to see when we can use this to the best of our ability and to the best result for the environment as well.
Theme of this year is Tech Eden, and it's how the technology can reconnect to nature. And our goal with Enga is really to reproduce some of the designs of stone, but with plastic trash. And our goal with Enga is really to disconnect the link between trash and plastic, and to see that the trash that we have around is actually a material. You can clean it very easily. You can modulate it very easily, and it's actually a material and not just a waste. And so we are very happy now to see that our marble is sometimes used in place of what should have been a stone in some projects.
What is your message of reform for young creators like yourself after being recognized as one of the Future on Stage designers?
I think being recognized as one of the winners of Future on Stage is sort of a boost for us, that it allows us to be more transparent and more open, as well as more experimental. I think we need to have designs that are filled with optimism, and the way that dialogue is approached is an optimistic dialogue. It allows new brands to be able to be a lot more thoughtful of their process and a lot more conscious of the way that we produce. And we need to learn how to edit, basically, and see what we can keep and what we can add to a dialogue of sustainability and true sustainability, which has to do with more than just producing, but also the way that we work as a community and as a manufacturing community as well.
I believe the one of the most important things is don't give up, because it's super easy to we feel, of course, we are a reflection of our work, and sometimes it's difficult to grow up and pass some difficulties. I think it's really, really important to believe in yourself and in your art. I think that in hard work can give you spotlight.
We are very happy to see that many young designers are now very eager to turn themselves into more eco-responsible techniques. And also, we have to say that 3 years ago, when we started Enga, this is here in Maison&Objet, where we came first with our little samples, do you remember? To ask to the architects around us if they would use it. And this is here where we received our first demands of our project. And so being here 3 years after is really something amazing for us. And we would really suggest to young designers to always, during their projects, speak to other architects, to other designers, to always feed their universe.